He just messing with you, Darren. He's just messing with you, Darren. Stop it, still.
I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. On the sidelines, it's David Aldridge. It's one of the NBA's oldest rivalries as the Celtics come to New York to take on the Knicks. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks. Pass to Robinson. It's hauled in by Ewing.
Well, that's the look he wanted, but the defense doing just enough to impact that shot.
GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
Porzingis can't hit.
Look, that's just great work on the boards. Effort dictates success on the glass more than size.
Ewing's shot is good.
How about the muscle inside from Ewing? Easily getting to wherever he wants to on that low block.
That one falls.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Bryant with it. Bridges covering. Back to Robinson. And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one. Robinson's got his second basket of the game. And now, we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Tom Thibodeau. D.A.?
Now, we talked about Jrue Holiday and how he plans to stop him from being a factor out there. Coach said it won't be easy. He told me Holiday is a gifted two-way guy, but I think we can trip him up by staying on him on all times, by staying aggressive. So that direct approach is what they hope throws Holiday off his game. Guys?
All right, thank you, David.
Love the show of force there from Robinson. When he's deep inside, it is clear for takeoff. And early on, they looked great. They've made all four of their shots to start this game.
On the wing, Kobe. Carmelo Anthony grabs the board.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Here's Ewing. Mullen for three. Sinks the triple.
And this is where Mullen is most dangerous. A consistent three-point shooter with textbook form.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Celtics making a switch here. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Out to Porzingis. Shoots the three. Knicks with the rebound. And the conversation for Porzingis, coach, tends to always come back to health. And what a challenge that has been for him.
Yeah, Kevin, over his career, on average, he's missed about 30 games per season. But that's not an uncommon problem, as you know, for players who stand well over 7 feet tall.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
What are you talking about?
To lose Anunoby in transition. As soon as
No, that wasn't me.
It's over.
And the foul called on OG Anunoby. That's his first foul.
First personal foul.
And we're approaching about 3
You talk too much.
Quarter. Nice ball movement by Boston. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Well, this is what you love to see. Porzingis attacking the rim.
And Towns gets it to go.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Outside Tatum. His three-pointers off the mark. The Knicks leading by 7. Puts up a deep three. Anunoby, no good. And the Celtics with possession here. Tatum, no good. Anunoby outside. Pass to Hart. Back to Anunoby. A kick out to Towns. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Celtics trailed by 7. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And a nice shot by Bryant.
And showing the range there. Bryant is confident pulling from deep.
Towns down low. That one misses. Excellent D that time from Robinson. Bryant outside.
Wrong button.
But if it goes, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for it. Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Knicks lead.
13.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for New York?
I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball.
They just be
around,
saying weird
finding
shit
the best looks
at the
they
wrong
can,
time.
keeping everyone involved.
You also have to admire how they've challenged the defense.
You could have kept that to yourself, man. No one, don't keep repeating it. Please stop repeating it.
Getting a lot of points in the paint.
Now, here's Bridges. He has yet to score. We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. And I think we have a beautiful game now.
And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history. Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And they pick up 2. Tatum's got his first basket.
Yeah, there's that added strength of Tatum really helping him down low.
Here's Anthony. Rebound by Yao. Celtics trailed by 4. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
You know, he's such a huge figure from a cultural standpoint. Yao is also someone teammates love playing with because of that easygoing personality.
And he's good on the second. And talking about the Knicks, GA, do you feel they took a step forward last season?
I do. I mean, losing in 7 in the conference semis with all the injuries they had, that really kind of set them back. They ended that game 7 with the Pacers missing 4 of their starting 5. So, no doubt, expectations will be high.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, well, like a lockdown corner in football, teams just try to keep the ball away from Jrue Holiday. He says, I feel like they're not not afraid of me, but like, okay, get him off the ball. To me, that's respect. I don't need other people telling me how good I am. You can see it by their actions. Kevin?
So true. He can be intimidating, David, and we thank you for that report. Pass to Mullen. Quarter two and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's Anthony. That one, no good. Some solid defense from Robinson. Tatum downhill. Now Yao. Pass to Holiday. Shot clock at 5. Brown wide open. He fires. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even.
Brown does a nice job of staying ready and making himself a weapon off the ball.
Robinson with the block. And he's able to get it back. Brunson scanning the floor. A second chance effort. Hits the front of the rim and out. On offense, here are the Celtics. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. When this game is done, they'll be off to Miami to take on the Heat. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Oh, man.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Robinson. Can't get it to fall.
He's tired.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. Trailing by 2. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
First team foul.
Stan, you talk about a stacked roster. It's hard to find many weaknesses for the Celtics.
Yeah, Kevin, there's a reason the Executive of the Year award went to Boston's front office last season. The Celtics are built right, and they're built to last.
A lights-out scorer who possesses incredible confidence. Anthony is such a skilled and explosive player.
From deep, Brunson. New York missing again. Stolen by Ewing. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Porzingis.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs. Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Well, Greg, the Knicks have certainly brought hope back to the city of New York.
And it's been fun to watch. The fans are rallying behind this team, and it's not just because they're winning. It's the way they're winning. They play with heart and hustle.
Back to Bryant. Again, the miss by the
Very
Celtics.
late.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Out to Anthony. There's 18 seconds left now here in the second. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Second team foul.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. You can't make it that obvious.
And Holiday's nimbleness gets him to the hoop on that one. His athletic ability is off the charts.
Pass to Ewing. Off on the layup. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Boston on top, up by 2. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far.
Oh, you got to change the quarter times. Got to change it.
And here's Brunson. Nothing on the board. Top of the key jumper, no good.
No, it's just
Right side Tatum.
it's 5 minutes.
Pass to Robinson. A slam dunk by Robinson.
No, they're 5-minute quarters.
Great find by Kobe. His instincts
Got to change
are
it.
off the charts.
To the middle. Here's Brunson. No good on the shot. Good D by Holiday.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And Stan, as he enters his prime, Jason Tatum is shooting to become the face of the NBA.
Yeah, and Kevin, he knows winning is the key. For a star player on a great team, learning that balance, when to take over and when to set up your teammates, is a big part of it.
Porzingis with the block.
Well, look, if you want to shoot over Porzingis, you got to create more space than that.
Ooh, this has been brutal. I mean, he still hasn't made a single shot. No wonder they're struggling.
Here's Anthony. Oh, and a jam by Anthony.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you.
Sorry.
That careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Well, as a coach, turnovers will drive you nuts, but sometimes that happens when you're aggressive. So there's a balance.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in.
Checking in for the Celtics.
And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That's his first foul.
New York foul. Jalen Brunson. First personal foul.
Brown outside.
Team foul.
Pass to Pritchard. Back to Porzingis. 6 on the shot clock. Poked away. Here's Brunson. So fast in transition. Brunson gets it in there.
Pushing the action. Brunson always a threat in transition.
And here is Mullen. Bridges, no one around him. It's good. The assist that time from Mullen. Bridges got his first 3 points of the game. You coach Stan at various levels for 30 years. How has the transition been to the broadcasting business?
I just took a bad shot.
It's been great because of people like you and because I'm undefeated.
Right. But do you miss the aftermath?
Sorry.
When there's at least a score sheet. There's a scorecard that says win or loss.
I do miss that. There's no question. I miss the competition. I miss the camaraderie of building toward a result. But I've started to get some of that in broadcasting as I've gotten to know my partners better.
Stepped on the line.
Likewise.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, the Celtics can beat you in a number of ways. Point guard Jrue Holiday said, we can play small and big. We have great bench players who come in and change the game at any time and could start on
Hey,
other
you don't want
teams.
to keep double teaming.
We have a hunger. Kevin, they're going to be a problem for a long time.
Good move.
Agreed. Yeah, they are stacked, DA, for sure.
And Brunson recognizes how to execute inside. The D must be physical.
Bad pass on my part.
And now the fast break. Bridges with the ball. Here's Anthony. And he drops it in from the low post. Anthony's got 7.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented.
Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
And how fun is it watching Kobe take flight? His throwdowns are downright ridiculous.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Brunson with a head of steam. Here's Towns. And Towns throws it down.
Well, you can count on Towns to finish with strength anytime he has the chance.
GA, as you know, Jalen Brunson is a second-generation NBA player.
Yeah, his dad, Rick,
Gotta stop doing that.
an 11-year vet who also played overseas and eventually settled in as a coach in this league. So Jalen grew up in those NBA locker rooms.
The free throw off from Anunoby. Tatum with it. To the paint. Another shot. The shot's good from Yao. Yao's got his second bucket.
And being as
mammoth in terms of his size, exceptional at using it to snare those offensive rebounds. And with their hot shooting here in the second half, their field goal percentage over 50% now for the game.
Tatum on the wing. Jacks up a three. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Celtics trailed by 3.
Got to run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yeah, unless it's a gimme, there's no reason to put up an early shot here.
And the defense hates to see it. Tatum putting on a little bit of a show with that jam.
Here's Bryant. 2 on the clock. Can't cash in. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Knicks lead by 1. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Austin with the ball. It's White on the wing. They get the rebound. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And you can tolerate gaps like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
It's Payne with the ball. He'll bring it up for New York. They lead by 1. Pass to Mullen. Back to Payne. Elbow.
That's my fault.
Mullen's shot is off.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Here's Payne. Rebound Boston. Here's White. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. And the Celtics lead by 1.
I like that from White. Attack in the heart of that defense.
Pass to Hart. New York moving it around. Now here's Towns. Guarded by Robinson.
Why would you?
And he gets the whistle. 2 free
Well,
throws
didn't get the
coming up.
hand one.
Well, when you're a scorer like Towns, you're going to have defenders all over you. That's why you have to make your trips to the line count.
And the Knicks making a change here. And so he makes both from the line.
Well, you have to appreciate a big man who can step up to the line and knock it down with confidence.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. Both teams will make substitutions. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
What the hell? No, the game froze.
Listened in with Joe Mazzulla and his team. He said in the huddle, you got to play some defense in the
That
paint.
made no sense.
They're getting too much in there. Battle down low. Time to fight, guys.
Thank you, David. Here's Brunson. Pass to Robinson. Goes back
Unbelievable.
up. Out to Brunson. And again, it's the
And
Knicks
rebound.
missing.
Well, his team has the lead, but this has to be a bit of a concern for him. The shot isn't falling, and it's been a forgettable night.
Brown inside the line. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
You stepped out of
It's
bounds.
The Celtics will take it the other way. Boston trailing. Got a piece of it. Robinson. Out to the right wing. Brunson with a clean look.
Why did you jump on?
Three-point land. And the Knicks lead by 4. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Knicks.
Well, all
Why
you
did
can
you
ask
stop?
for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And you also have to applaud how they've been able to create turnovers and then convert those on the offensive end.
Brown with it. He's picked up by Anunoby. Here's Canada. Misses from short range. There it is. Brunson with the deep shot.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Here's Bryant. And just miss after miss right now.
Unbelievable,
The
man.
Knicks leading by 7. Outside Anthony. And again, New York with the triple.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
Yeah, to put together this kind of
What
performance
the hell is
at
going on,
offensive
man?
floor on the road, it's impressive.
Shut up.
Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
And Melo is highly explosive, nailing shots left and right. The D has got to get it out of his hands.
Keep missing all these damn layups, man. Pissing me off.
Ends that 13-0 run.
Shut up. No, yeah, it ain't your defense. Your defense is garbage.
Out to Brunson.
Everybody gets one.
5 to shoot.
No, you don't get 2. You get one.
Now Meng pulls it in. Celtics trail by 10.
Oh, there it goes again, freezing up. This is bullshit.
Out of bounds. New York takes possession.
Well, look, plays like that are exactly.
Why would I lie about the game freezing up? Because it froze up when I was driving down court.
This is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for New York.
Tonight, they seem committed to the three-point shot.
That was the bread and butter.
Shut up, Kels.
They made enough of those, but sometimes it was quantity over quality.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season.